2 years ago I posted my first video on YouTube. I made a lot of wood project with a CNC router. Now I have some new design ideas, where the CNC router is not ideal. So I bought my own CNC machine. This type of CNC machine is better known as a 3D printer. And I hope to show you some interesting projects in my future videos. The first item I made with my self-assembled 3D printer was a holder for a limit switch. I modeled the holder based on the motor mount part, which was available as a digital file on the Prusa website. With this limit switch I can remotely operate my camera in order to make a time-lapse of a 3D printed part, without all the shaking and moving parts of the 3D printer itself. In the beginning I had some issues with the adhesion of the parts to the printer bed, but after some proper calibration I was able to make this kind of time lapses, which I think is very satisfying to watch. These parts, by the way, are the corner pieces of a new type of honeycomb shelf. I will show you in more detail about this new honeycomb shelf design in a future video. First I have to solve some issues about gluing the PLA and the wood parts together. The video I made last year about the honeycomb shelf made from maple is now watched more than all my other videos together. It's surprising how the YouTube algorithm works. Last month, on the 1st of June, I noticed that my subscriber count was 1618. And in this part of the world I live in, the thousands are separated by a point. But in a lot of other countries this number would be related to the magic number of the golden ratio, or golden mean. So to thank all my subscribers of this channel, I'm making a golden ratio caliper. To design this, I used a simplified version of the trivet I made in a previous video. Instead of gluing the parts together in order to hide the hinge, I will now use some magnets to hold it all together. And if you wonder what you can do with such a caliper, well, you can see that the length of your forearm and your hand have this golden ratio, or a rectangular shape of the book, and a lot of other dimensions in nature around us has this ratio in them. If you never have heard of this golden ratio before, then I suggest you Google it, and you will be surprised how much around us in design and nature have this golden ratio. I made 2 sets of these calipers. One I will hang on the wall, and the other is for a friend who is into mathematics. Another project that I made a few years ago with the CNC router is a beehive from open source beehives. I will put a link in the description.
Kijk.
Ja, zeker. Ja. Dat gaat, als je dat klopje erin zo meteen, ja. En dan zwermt het rond.
Nou, dan gaat het wel snel.
Ja, maar dan ga ik even op de achter. This year we finally found some residents for it, and after a few weeks they are still there. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please let me know what you think. And in the meantime, while I'm making this edit, my YouTube channel subscriber count doubled in just a month, with hundreds of likes and a dozen of positive comments. And this is what motivates me to keep on making videos.